Alright, let's add some fog into the city. You're going to be needing 4 files. One is server config, the second one is FX manifest, which you're going to be creating manually. Third one it's GTA5 meta and VFX that you're going to be extracting from the game. Same with the GTA5. Start with the first one, create a new resource and name it exactly the way I named it, just so you save yourself of a headache. And it's going to be like that. So create a new folder, make sure that it's added into the server config and save it. Once you have that created, extract the other 2 files, which is going to be GTA5 meta and VFX. The way you do that, you just open the RPF Explorer and search for that. And the moment you have it, just right click on it, choose the one that, oh, you see 2 of them because one of them I already tested this one, so that's why it shows up in the mod store. So for that you should only have one. Right click on it, export to XML, save it somewhere on your hard drive, and you should see it right here on then open it. It's gonna look like that. Second one that you need is the GTA5 meta. Copy paste the name and meta. Use the one that's at the bottom that says update. Just drag and drop it into this resource folder where the FX manifest and VFX is. I've already done that, so there is no need for me to do it again, but you should have these 3 files in here. Let's look at the FX manifest file. And this is exactly what needs to happen, minus if you do not want to add a version of the description, you can skip that, but everything else needs to be exactly the same. This is to replace the ads, the enable the meta file that you just extracted. Once you have that, so the way you create it is just right click, new text file, name it fxmanifest.lua, and then write this text in here. It's very important. Let's move to the next one, which is GTA5.meta. You need to search for this specific term. Just on Notepad++, press Control F, Control V, and where it says find next. When you get to this line, probably is going to be the same, 533. Change it exactly the way you see it in here. It's very important. If you do not do that, it's not going to work. Resources is because you are streaming it. Then the folder name, the resource folder name, and then the file name without an extension. It's very important to do that. And for the fog itself, let's say we're going to be adding a piece of some fog in here, which is not going to be red, just so make it easier to spot it. And we're going to make it like something ridiculous, green, fluorescent green. And the way you do that, you go to CodeWalker, access the markers tab. You have a set of numbers in here. Copy those, Control C, Control V, and break it where the comma is, right? So you now have 3 sets of number. So it's X, Y, and Z. So we're going to be using those coordinates to add the fog in exactly the same position. So from item, from line number 4 to line number 21, that's where it starts, and then it's Control C and Control V. So we now created a new entry where the fog is going to appear. Save it, and then you go to where you save the numbers, Control C, and we're gonna copy paste on X, second set of numbers Y, and third set of numbers Z. I'm not gonna go through the other settings. It's kind of self-explanatory. It's kind of obvious what's going on in here. But the position and the color, I'm gonna go through it. So from RGB means red, green, blue. A means alpha. Do not touch this. That is not needed to. So red is gonna be 0, blue is gonna be 0, and green is gonna be 255, which is maximum. Also, we're going to change the density, let's call it 9, and save. Also, we're going to be changing scale. No, scale is good. Yeah, that's it. So the moment you have modified and decided where you want the font to show up, right here, the position, get your XML file, and in the RPF Explorer, make sure you have a RPF file that will help you convert from XML to YMT. Drag and drop. Make sure that you're in edit mode, and then from RPF Explorer, go to drag and drop it into the resources, like that. And now we should have fog, and that's good. Go to your server, restart, and start your FiveM client. Make sure it's dark. And as you can see in the distance, and this is the test that I ran before, and we see the yellow bit. But this is the grid bit that I just created. And that's how you add fog.